Guess who was voted? Do you know the site LinkedIn? It's like a social networking site for jobs. I've used LinkedIn before. You put your resume up, employers could look at you, all that. Guess who LinkedIn voted the top company in the country? Where do professionals want to work in America? A Seattle-based e-commerce giant, according to job site LinkedIn. Amazon tops the 2018 LinkedIn top companies in the United States list, released Wednesday. LinkedIn looked at actions of over 146 million users in the U.S. Its list is weighed by interest in the company, engagement with the company's employees, job demand, and employee retention, according to Daniel Roth, editor-in-chief of LinkedIn. Analysis, which only includes companies with over 500 employees, focuses on actions during 2017. So the top companies are Amazon, Alphabet, Facebook, which is in its own shitstorm right now, Apple, which dodges taxes, uses slave labor for its products, which we all use, Comcast, NBC Universal, which was heavily involved with destroying net neutrality. So you got that, right? Amazon, the #1 company in America to work at. Yeah, if you want to be a modern day slave, Amazon's a great place to work. Let's keep it real. Amazon is decimating businesses and small businesses across the United States. Some say Amazon has done actually more to lose people their jobs and livelihoods than the trade deals. The trade deals which ship millions of jobs offshore. There are many, many experts and analysts who say Amazon has actually done more to suck jobs. I don't know what metric LinkedIn is using to say Amazon is the top company to work for. But let me tell you, folks, many would disagree with that. And let me tell you, folks, Amazon is going to kill more American jobs than China did. And that's the headline I'm reading from right now. This is an article that just came out. Millions of retail jobs are threatened as Amazon's share of online purchase keeps climbing. Look at that growth, Amazon's revenue growth from 2005 to 2017. We're not against companies making money. I'm not some communist here. A company can make money. But where does it end? Where it destroys the rest of small business economies and say, oh, my dog just got home. Say hello. Woo! Oh. See my dog there? Hey, Rusty. Say hello. Mwah, 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 mwah. Now, Amazon cannot have my dog, but it can have your job. Let him out. Amazon.com has been crowing about its plans to create 10,000 American jobs in the next year. But as with other recent job creation announcements, that figure is meaningless without context. What Amazon won't tell us is that every job created at Amazon destroys 1 or 2 or 3 others. What Jeff Bezos doesn't want you to know is that Amazon is going to destroy more American jobs than China ever did. Amazon has revolutionized the way Americans consume. Those who want to shop for everything from books to diapers increasingly go online instead of to the malls. And for about half of those online purchases, the transaction goes through Amazon. For the consumer, Amazon has brought lower prices and unimaginable convenience. I could buy almost any consumer product I want just by clicking on my phone or computer, or even easier by just saying, Alexa, buy me one. I still don't know who Alexa is. I don't have one. And it will be shipped to my door within days or even hours for free. I could buy books for my Kindle or music for my phone instantly. I could watch movies or TV shows on demand. But for retail workers, Amazon is a grave threat. Just ask the 10,100 workers who are losing their jobs at Macy's, or the 4,000 at the Limited, or the thousands of workers at Sears and Kmart, which just announced 150 stores will be closing, or the 125,000 retail workers who have been laid off over the past 2 years. Amazon and other online sellers have decimated some sectors of the retail industry over the past few years. For instance, employment at department stores has plunged by 250,000 or 14% since 2012.
Can I share one thing with you?
Sure. Hold on, my father wants to make a point, and he's very pro Amazon. Come in.
I'm not necessarily
pro
Amazon.
You gotta speak up.
My son Jordan told me when he was in second grade and he was learning about dinosaurs, he came home and said, "Dad, I asked Jordan, what did you do today at school?" And he said, "I learned about dinosaurs." And he said dinosaurs were the biggest animals on the earth, but they didn't adapt to their environment and they're now extinct.
God. I can't listen to this.
So Amazon is not a predator, but if the economic world does not adapt to its environment, stores and businesses can become extinct. So Amazon has a great business model. It has invested an extraordinary amount of money in building that business model. And American businesses have to adapt to the competition, not complain about the competition.
Thank you for your great thoughts. I will talk to you later about that. Go watch Fox. Go watch Fox News. So he's a lovely guy. He raised me well. He's done a lot for me. But politically, I don't want to attack my father. I love him very much. But this is what I'm dealing with. Can you believe that I came out this way? So the point is, where does it end? Of course I love my father. I just think politically he's very wrong. And he watches a lot of Fox News, which I try to get him off of. I've tried to get him to watch other things. But let me tell you something. My father is a perfect example. My father is a perfect example. Like I say, people have compassion. Most people have compassion. They just don't know what's going on. So, for example, when I showed him the videos from Standing Rock, he's pretty conservative. He said, "What is Obama doing about this? Why isn't Obama doing anything about this?" So, when they see what's going on, and that's why it's so important to show people what's going on. If I'm not in the field, if reporters aren't in the field telling the truth and covering real news, then other people can't wake up. So that's why it's super important that I get back in the field, that we launch this company. But you know what? Not only is Amazon's rapid growth, which a company is entitled to growth, but companies should not be allowed absolute monopolies. Companies should not be allowed. There needs to be a market cap where other companies can even exist, much less compete. And by the way, plutocrats like Jeff Bezos, who right now I believe is one or two wealthiest men in the country or in the world, should not be allowed to own news organizations like the Washington Post. Did you know that Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post? Did you know that the Washington Post literally has a Bezos and Amazon has a $600 million contract with the CIA? Did you know that? It's crazy. Cheryl says they put the diaper business out of business and they could put anyone out of business. They have enough money to take on anyway. So not only is Amazon going to kill more jobs, probably, than China. I'm sure you already know this story. Tell me if you don't know this story. Amazon also wants to put wristbands on their workers to track their movements. Employers are increasingly treating their employees like robots. Yeah, this is the #1 company to work at, says LinkedIn. As Amazon continues its quest to shrink delivery times and add warehouses in Illinois, the e-commerce behemoth is eyeing technology that could track the movement of its workers' hands as they fulfill orders. The company recently won patents for wristbands that could be used as part of an inventory system, communicating with equipment in warehouses and nudging employees via vibrations if, for example, they were about to place items in the wrong bins. But in a world where the legal limits on gathering and using people's data remain largely undefined, use of such devices could quickly turn nefarious, experts say. The concerns tied to such a device range from the potential for discrimination to data security risks for the company's employees, which number more than 8,000 in the Chicago area. So, here's a quote. Employees are increasingly treating their employees like robots, said Lori Andrews, a professor at the Illinois Institute of Technology, Chicago-Kent College of Law. Part of the problem is that workers rarely realize it. So, not only do companies like Amazon basically want to just take over the whole country, take over the economy, take it all over, they basically want to start treating their workers like sheep. I'm sorry, I don't care how much, if I get paid $1 million or $5, you're not putting a wristband on me to track my movements. What's next? You're going to put a catheter in them when they pee to track if they're going to the bathroom too much? What are we, sheep? Do we have any dignity for workers in this country?